Only 2 hours left. This is about your son. Listen closely, and if you believe in divine signs or angels, don't ignore this message. Start reading, and read all the way through. You don't have time to push this aside. By the time you think about taking action, it may already be too late. Heaven is sending a clear signal. This Sunday is a critical moment, a meeting of destinies, and this time, it's not about people trying to hurt you, it's about your son. This message is not to scare you but to wake you up. Something serious has been going on behind the scenes. Whether you're ready or not, it's coming. That's why God is speaking now, so you can be ready mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This Sunday, something will happen that could change your son's path forever. You've felt something off for a while. That tension, the silence, the questions he won't answer, the sadness behind his smile, or the sudden anger, it's been building. You've been asking God over and over, what's happening with my child? And now the answer is loud and urgent. This isn't just about his actions or a teenage phase. This is a spiritual fight that's been surrounding your son since he was born. It's not just normal rebellion. This is a war between light and darkness for his future and soul. God has been watching, and angels have been near him for days. Even Archangel Michael was sent to fight for your son. But the enemy is getting bold. The enemy wants to stop your son before he can grow into the person he was meant to be. And on Sunday, that battle hits a new level. Sunday isn't just another day. It's been marked by heaven. It's a turning point. A choice between truth and lies, between freedom and deception. That's why you're getting this message now, because God needs you alert. Stay awake. Be strong. Stand your ground. Don't take this lightly. There are people around your son who aren't who they say they are. Conversations are happening behind his back. Spirits are trying to mess with his thoughts. A choice is being whispered to him. And if he chooses wrong this Sunday, it could take years to fix, or worse. But God says, not on my watch. Not if you pray. Not if you believe. You were given this child for a reason, not to control him, but to protect him. You have the power to fight for him in prayer. You have the authority to break spiritual chains. God says, stand up. Fill the gap. Speak truth. Speak protection. Heaven is listening. This message isn't to burden you, but to give you strength. You are not helpless. You are not alone. God has been waiting for you to speak. Your son might not be listening to anyone, but he can't run from prayer. Even if he's silent, God hears his heart. And God is answering him through you. Your tears have built an altar. Your pain has stirred up prophecy. Now your cry as a parent and a warrior is being heard in heaven. On Sunday, your son will face a serious moment. Someone will say something that sounds right but is dangerous. It will look like a good chance, a great opportunity. But if he says yes, it could lead him into darkness. If he says no, something powerful will begin: healing, purpose, change, not just for him, but for future generations. His fight isn't just his, it's generational. The enemy isn't just afraid of who your son is now, but of who he'll become if he breaks free. Your son is meant to lead, even if he's quiet. He's carrying legacy, meant to break family curses. That's why the enemy has been attacking him so hard. But God's not finished. He's just getting started. The enemy tried to label him with rejection, but God is covering him with purpose. The enemy tried to trap him in confusion, but God is bringing clarity. And if you pray, if you speak up now, God will send angels to block what was meant to destroy. That's why time is short. That's why this message couldn't wait. This is a divine moment. Right now, an angel stands near your son. Whether he knows it or not, heaven is near him. Michael has his sword ready. Heaven's books are open. Your prayers matter. Your faith matters. Your obedience right now can unlock your son's breakthrough. Don't think this is just another emotional message. This is real. This is your answer. You've been sensing something, and this is what it was. God is revealing what darkness tried to hide. The woman who has been feeding confusion into your son's life, God is about to uncover her. He's going to show you who's been planting rebellion and calling it love. He's going to shut down the voice trying to turn your son away from you and from him. You may not know who she is yet, but God does. This Sunday, you'll know. Look for the signs. Watch what gets exposed. You're not fighting this alone. Angels are backing you. The moment you start speaking in faith, angels move. When you pray, heaven responds. Even if you feel weak or scared, know this: God is not. He is strong. He is awake. He is protecting your son, even when your son doesn't see it. This isn't just a warning. It's a promise. God is stepping in. You just need to stay ready. Don't get distracted. Don't let fear win. If your son starts acting strange, don't argue. Don't panic. That behavior isn't him. It's the Spirit trying to make a move before Sunday. Stay calm. Speak life. Say out loud, "My son is God's. He is protected. He will not fall into a trap. He is being saved right now." You have the power. Use it. It's not about being perfect, it's about being available. God trusted you with this child because He knew you wouldn't give up. And now's not the time to give up. Now's the time to fight, with faith, not fists. With truth, not fear. This Sunday, the enemy tried to write a false story about your son. But God is taking back the pen. He's writing restoration, healing, and victory. God is undoing the enemy's lies. He's removing shame, clearing confusion, breaking chains. This isn't the end. It's the moment everything begins to turn around. But you must stay alert. 2 hours left. That means now is the time to pray. Whether it's morning or night, stop and pray. Whether you feel strong or weak, lift your voice. Speak over your son. Your words have power. Your faith builds a shield around him. Your love is a weapon. As you're reading this, something is shifting. You may feel something in your chest or a tug in your heart. That's not fear, that's awakening. You are rising. Your spirit remembers why you're here. You were born for this. You come from warriors. You were chosen to break the chains trying to hold your son. The enemy thought he had more time, more control. But he didn't expect you to read this, to believe, to pray. And now his plan is falling apart. The woman is exposed. Her smile no longer feels safe. Her words feel off. That's not your imagination, that's God revealing the truth. The cover is lifted. She's starting to lose control. She's scared. She's realizing her time is up. You may have only done a small thing, a pause, a hesitation, but it shifted the future. God moved in that moment. The trap is falling apart. Behind the scenes, things are shaking. Secrets are being revealed. Messages are being uncovered. People who once believed her are walking away. And that link she had to your son is breaking. You feel it, the emotional grip is weakening. That's God. Not coldness, but clarity. Not distance, but protection. You're being delivered not just from her, but from the version of yourself that kept letting her in. The version of you that didn't want to hurt anyone. The you that didn't set boundaries. The one that thought love meant losing yourself. But not anymore. This is your reset. Your upgrade. Your rise. You're seeing clearly now. Speaking stronger. Walking in who you were always meant to be. No more letting wolves wear sheep's clothing in your space. This isn't just about cutting ties. It's about becoming the you God always intended. And it's time. Right now. And now, after this moment of divine interruption, you step into a new season, one where clarity replaces confusion, peace replaces unrest, and purpose replaces pain. You are emerging from the mist of doubts into the light of revelation. This is not just an endpoint, it's launch day for your son's destiny. With the spiritual mask removed from false allies, you now see clearly who stands for him and who does not. Divine filters have kicked in. People once welcomed into his life are now being sifted. Distinctions are being made. The authority you hold as his parent is rising. This awakening is everything heaven intended from the start. The delay the enemy tried to orchestrate will now shape the strength your son needs, not as a setback, but as preparation. God used that pressure to refine him. That season of silence, the nights of confusion, the weight in his heart, it was all part of forging resilience. This is why now, at this moment, he is less open to manipulation and more open to destiny. That inner shift you've sensed, he's stepping into integrity, truth, and spiritual alignment. Your declarations now carry weight. Every time you say, "He belongs to God," you break a chain. Every time you confess, "He walks in divine destiny," you call angels to march around him. Every time you declare, "No weapon formed against him shall prosper," you dismantle the enemy's assignments. You may begin to notice changes this week, a new certainty in your son's tone, a shift in his circle, new doors opening emotionally and spiritually. He may distance himself from those who brought confusion. Listen, not with fear, but with faith. Even if he seems withdrawn, that separation is spiritual realignment. He's moving from energy that dims him to energy that defines him. And you'll feel the difference, too. A deep peace may settle over your home. Words you once feared may become conversations of truth. Silence may become confession. Anger may become accountability. What looks like breakdown is actually breakthrough in disguise. Resistance becomes redirection. The broken path becomes a curated journey, divine detours leading to purpose. God's paving the way by making room where deception once blocked. And protection is manifesting, spiritual walls strengthening, angels shielding, clarity sharpening. Watch for symbolic confirmations, names, dreams, conversations that bring assurance. Those are heaven's notches in your belt. You may be tempted to question, "Why didn't I see this before?" But don't go there. That kind of reflection steals momentum. Instead, choose recognition. Choose gratitude that God is revealing it now before more damage. Choose assurance that your obedience, even delayed, is still reclaiming territory. Don't stop declaring. Don't stop believing. Continue praying over your son's voice, thoughts, dreams, relationships. Speak light into his future every hour left in this day. Read, he's anointed. He's protected. He's walking in generational promise. Declare over his identity, he's chosen. He's fearless. He's light-born. Because when words rise in faith, they set the spiritual atmosphere. Angels align. The unseen kingdom rallies. And here's a powerful moment to use. Write it down. Your declarations, your prayers, the insight you've received, the shifts you've noticed, write them. That record becomes the testimony of shift. When your son looks back, he'll see, "My mother stood. My father spoke. Heaven moved." That written record also fuels your future declarations. Look back on it on tough days. See how far you've come. Talk to someone you trust. Share what you're sensing, not to spread fear, but to reinforce faith. Allies strengthen alliances. When others join you in declarations and prayers, the impact multiplies. Be selective. Choose people who believe in destiny, not fear. Be bold. Ask them, "Would you speak life over my son?" See what doors open, maybe the friend ready to call him, an opportunity dropping into his path, a new connection unveiling. Stay in humility. This is not about you being strong. It's about staying open. God removes the unclean and brings the clean. The cleaner is now stepping in, people who align with who your son is called to be. Resist pride. Don't latch on to victory, give it to God. Let him see all glory. When the enemy sees your dependency on faith, not self, the enemy knows it can't win. Keep expecting, because expectation is faith in motion. Look for signs, small ones like a word said in passing, a text with prophetic timing, something in a dream. These are pointers from heaven that you're on course. When these come, don't doubt them, celebrate and steward them. Continue fasting in spirit if you feel led. This isn't ritual, it's alignment. Fasting sharpens discernment. It weakens the enemy's domain. It strengthens access to revelation. When you fast, angels move more freely. The throne room pulses with power. You break strongholds. Guard your mind. Don't absorb fear from others. Don't allow commentary to infiltrate your protective space. You carry a spiritual cord in your home, angelic authority that responds to your declarations, your stance, your belief. Let the residue of fear be replaced with evidence of healing. Listen to the Holy Spirit, not the headlines. Listen to peace, not pressure. Choose silence over rage. Choose prayer over panic. Take care of yourself. In the spiritual battle, emotional exhaustion is the enemy's ally. Eat well. Rest. Bless others. Even in the midst of crisis, choosing acts of love and service releases spiritual currency. Serve someone. Call someone with a kind word. Give your anxiety away in prayer and replace it with compassion. That good seed returns to you, often multiplied. Remember, your son's breakthrough is also your breakthrough. His destiny is your legacy. You are not collateral damage. You are a victor. For every tear you've poured, God is writing a new chapter of praise. For every night of sleepless concern, He's birthing morning songs. For every disappointment, He's crafting redirection. That momentum now builds, a tidal wave of purpose breaking generational cycles. Now, as this chapter fully closes, anticipate the next. Because the same God who intercepted continues leading. You may step into confusion again down the line. This journey isn't over, but now you carry experience. Now you carry the authority that comes from surviving the test and winning the spiritual war through prayer and obedience. Now you know, you don't have to see everything to stay in position. You only need to obey when heaven speaks. So stand. Speak. Declare. Write. Pray. Fast. Trust. Expect. Protect. Serve. Watch. Repeat. Sunday marked a shift. But now you live in the vibration of breakthrough. And your son's life, his destiny, will testify that when heaven speaks, even 2 hours is enough.